how you...
Summer on the beat, oh get up and shake your cheeks.
Hello and welcome to The Middle is Open. Abel Carrillo here along with Anthony Espelin.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
Peter Carrillo.
Yep.
And this episode... Fuck you, Peter. Yep. Was that a long yep?
I dragged it out for
Yeah,
you.
so...
I got briefed about...
Actually, yeah, we got yelled at by our producer, Anthony. He's like, hey, guys, you have to have a little bit longer introduction just because when I put the names, it's not coming out, the graphic, blah, 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 all this producer talk. We don't really listen to Anthony. But was that good, Anthony?
Yes. I mean, as long as it's longer than it was, that's fine with me.
It was like
shit.
half a second longer.
Okay, that'll work.
Just for you.
We'll work on it.
After the show, he's going to give us a butt chewing like if he's Coach Grijalva.
I was just thinking like, I'm supposed to do something. And I was like,
You forgot.
Yeah.
You forgot.
That was the first thing I could do.
What do I do with my hands? You're just like here, like, yep. Fucking,
It's not like we've had like 80 episodes already. Now.
hey, yeah. Speaking of Coach Grijalva, Peter, you got your picks for him?
I did. I sent him a message on Twitter and I told him, who should I start on my fantasy?
Hell yeah.
So what I did was, I'm not
don't
saying,
say it out loud
hell no.
because Coach Grijalva, his tips, I mean, if you want the mastermind, go ahead and follow him at, what is it? Coach_Grijalva, right?
Yeah. But
follow him on Twitter.
I don't want to share it because
Great follow, man.
I'm trying to get $1 million here.
Yeah.
So what I did my who I would pick.
But he's a mastermind, dude.
I have a very biased lineup on mine, and his are like guys that I would not even look at. But last week or what was it, 2 weeks ago, he was like on point with his picks. So
yeah, Mondo was kind of getting on us. He's like, ask Coach a question. Coach is like, no, leave me alone.
he was
I'm trying
watching
to
the
watch.
game.
Yeah, he's like, he could care.
I think he's a millionaire. Like he's just
Keeps on
on
DL.
the down low.
Yeah.
He just gambles and. No, I'm just kidding.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, the Hall of Famer. Not because of football, but because of his gambling. Nah, Coach is a great guy, and he's fun. He's just.
I think he'd share picks with you or tell you who to follow.
Yeah,
like I said, follow him on Twitter, man. He's there. It's a great follow. But anyways, right now when we were starting the show, Peter had like this big grin because we were watching that Flex Seal commercial. Dude, have you guys ever used a Flex Seal? I want to use it because the guy rides in a goddamn boat in the water, like with fucking just Flex Seal. I wonder how true that is.
I mean, I've used it.
On what?
At work.
Oh, really?
For a customer's machine, which I probably should. It's not a dealer approved, but it worked.
Yeah.
It was a temporary fix.
It's one of those things that if I bought it, I'd look for anything to fix. Like, and I'll give you an example. Like, if the roof was leaking, I just.
You're like the guy, like just sticking it everywhere.
Yeah, just everywhere. This is kind of going off topic, but I bought a chainsaw because I had a tree.
Oh, shit.
The tree was hitting the house, right?
We'll get into some real dad talk.
Wait. Yeah.
Calm down, Jason.
The tree was hitting. Some of the branches were hitting the house, right?
Okay.
So I started trimming.
Some dad shit, man.
So, like 30 minutes in, I realized that the tree's gone. Like I just kept going.
So a little too much.
I made 3 trips to the dump to go throw branches, and there's just like a nub with like a few leaves now, and there was a big tree in front of the house.
Yeah.
So and then even in the backyard, like Yvonne's like, hey, why are there branches just in the backyard? I'll just start cutting the other trees. So I don't know.
Peter's
if
like,
you're a tree, watch out, man.
Yeah, it was
Peter's
pretty
coming
fun.
for you.
It was pretty fun.
who would you say you are more like, Tim the Toolman Taylor or Bob Vila, or the Flex Seal guy?
Like I cut branches and then put Flex Seal to hold them back in
Like,
place.
too much.
Oh, too
Flex
much. Let
Seal.
me put it back.
Yeah, man. Fuck you.
I would say Bob Vila for me.
Yeah,
I'm
I
more of
think.
the kinda
Well, I mean,
quiet-
I haven't got hurt.
Okay,
yet.
I
don't want to get hurt.
I think you're Bob Vila.
Yeah.
Peter's more Tim the Toolman because you fuck shit up, and then I'm Flexio because I don't know anything.
He's just like
I'm just like I need to tie my shoes. Flexio.
Well, the good
I
thing
need
is
some more gas. Flex seal
the
that
good
bitch.
thing is I have an electric chainsaw because
Is gas escaping here? What the hell? Let's keep it back in my car.
That's where it keeps going. Fuck.
look, I have an electric chainsaw, so like sometimes I'm like reaching up and I'm like, and then it unplugs, and I'm like, oh, I think that's God telling me don't cut that branch.
No,
Peter,
All right, I'll stop.
Peter does all like the dangerous things. He's on a fucking 10-foot ladder by himself. Nobody spotting him. He's got a chainsaw over his head
Yeah.
with a fucking 90-pound branch, cutting a 90-pound branch.
Who's gonna help me? Okay,
So it's like
It's like
what-
the guy
whatever
cutting the branch that he's on.
like what the possibilities of things going wrong is like 99.8%.
But that's cool, man. That's some dad shit. Like, you know, like,
the chainsaw.
yeah, no, just like,
You know what you need to buy is, because I see your shoes. What do you have?
Oh, I have boots.
I'll make a shirt.
I
Says
use
that
boots
dad
when I'm
shit.
Yeah. No. I think you need to buy like either the Nike Air Monarchs or the fucking New Balance.
Balance, yeah,
the New
for sure the
Balance
New
fucking.
Balance.
Those
gonna
two
say-
are like the dad shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I do have a pair. I have some Asics at home.
Nah. Asics is
See, these
That's
are
still
these
two.
are my work shoes.
you fucking millennial.
These are my work shoes.
It's too
These-
I'm
these
too
feel
cool for a New Balance.
Or the Skechers.
Skechers,
The
I was
Tony
gonna say
Romo.
Tony
ones.
Romo.
Oh yeah.
They're good for your back, I think.
I
Joe
would endorse those.
Montana. Joe
Yeah.
Montana is a
Yeah.
big Sketcher guy.
I don't know.
What's
What?
that? Copper? What's that copper thing?
Oh,
the
yeah,
copper
Brett
hose or
Favre.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Brett Favre puts it on his
I think
dick.
I need that.
When you get
That's
old.
a different kind of copper sleeve there.
No.
I don't know, man. I think I could use that now.
What would you? What would you?
Yeah.
Like my knees are.
You know,
starting
I was talking about this. I realized I was old probably like these past couple of weeks.
felt it more.
Did I tell you guys I fell down the stairs?
No.
All right, so
All right.
it was early in the morning.
Hey, what is that movie? Is it Up where he sits in his chair and he goes up the fucking stairs?
Well,
Yeah.
I need one,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
going up is easy. I was coming down. It was early in the morning.
You
know.
have steep stairs.
Yeah,
though.
they are steep, right?
Yeah.
They're like not.
Yeah.
Normal.
They're not approved. They're,
They're
not
like-
nationally approved. or
They're
anything.
like the stairs from Chase Field when you're sitting in the nosebleeds.
Yes,
you're
dude.
like kind of climbing.
So
Yeah.
anyways, the stupid dog comes up and like wakes me up, so we have to let it out.
Dogs
So
are
it's
annoying.
like 6 a.m.
No
You
offense,
just-
Anthony.
And I start walking down, and I walk on my tippy toes naturally. So I guess I stuck on the corner,
Fuck.
and I just went like,
Ass-
and I went
ass
boom,
down.
boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
But
shit.
what I tried to do, I stuck my arm out, and I have a bad shoulder, and it like propped my arm up. You know, like I just kind of
Yeah.
like a damn water slide, just
Yeah.
All the way down.
all the way, like almost to the floor.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck? That's how you know they're steep. Is I just kept going.
You couldn't stop.
like I
Do
mean,
you-
I love water slides, but not fucking.
Do you
12 steps of
remember?
them.
Not carpet.
And
burning.
so yeah, I got rug burn on my ass. But anyway, so I'm like there, and it was loud. It was like, and then my wife's like, "Are you okay?" And then I'm like, "Stupid dog!" And I punched the dog like because you can't hit the wall because then you're gonna make a hole in it. You can't hit anyone else, and the dog's just looking at you like,
Oh, dude, PETA's coming after
He's like,
you.
are you all right?
PETA's coming after
"Stupid
you.
dog can't let
your
itself
fault.
out.
Dude, they're
Supposed to be smart."
Peter's gonna get a call from PETA because he punched his dog, neglected his dog. El Paso Humane
The
Society.
dog tried to murder him. All right. He pushed him down the
Yeah,
stairs,
the
and he was
dog.
trying to kill him.
Peter's gonna
Self-defense.
Peter's gonna go ahead and drop off his dog at the animal
No,
shelter.
I didn't like punch her. I just like get the hell. Like,
Oh, no,
go
no,
get help. Fucking
been trying-
Lassie would have helped Timmy out of the well, but you can't even fucking go get me.
I
help me
wonder.
get up from the stairs.
I wonder if your dog was just kind of looking at you like, man, that was a hard fall.
You okay?
Do you
And then
remember?
the dog always does this stupid
The
look.
dog's
Like,
laughing
Oh, yeah.
at you like.
yeah,
like Scooby?
I think if my dog
Oh,
started going like, like fell on its back, going like that,
You
I would
motherfucker.
fucking think I died or something. Like I,
Or like Brian, he just makes a smart aleck comment.
yeah. I don't know, man. It was weird. I fell hard though.
Do you remember?
Luckily, it was like I went with the flow
Yeah,
opposed to like falling head first or something.
I was gonna tell
But
you.
I'm scared because my wife's pregnant,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's
So like now I hold on to the handrail like I'm 90 years old.
You better make sure those are fucking secure.
What, the handrail?
Yeah.
Oh, I did it.
you better make sure.
Like I said, Tim the Toolman Taylor. Hey, Bob Vila, can you go ahead and check that
Hey, you
out
know
for him?
what? I actually did those.
Yeah.
I undid them. I painted them, and we put new brackets or
Nice.
whatever, the little things into the wall. I don't know what you call them. I don't know the terminology. I just know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you worked at Home Depot, right?
Yeah.
You know where all that stuff is.
Yeah, I know where to find it.
He
I don't know how to install
he didn't
it.
put it in like the studs. He just put it like in the sheetrock, so it's just gonna fucking fall off.
You're supposed to put it in the studs?
Yeah.
You know what? When I hung my big 65-inch TV,
Oh,
whatever,
shit, yeah.
I was gonna do it myself. Like I bought the mount and all, and then I was like, nah, I better call some guy. And then some guy came and he did it right away too.
Yeah.
They do it for a living. They know.
Yeah.
But I was like,
He's like,
no.
pendejos, I'm charging them $250.
Hey, you
could
know
have done
what?
it for
That
free.
shit is not. I hang
yeah.
on it sometimes.
This guy.
He did a good job.
What are you doing hanging on your TV, dude?
Don't judge me.
It's my TV.
When
I do
you
whatever the
get
fuck
your
I want.
mounted TV, you could hang on it all you want. It was swinging.
Is the TV worth mounting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It gives you room, and then
For sure.
I don't know. It's on the swivel thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I like that. Like, cause I eat dinner, so I turn it.
Yeah.
You have that curved TV too.
And that's what's cool is the curved TV gives you a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
of
It
that.
curves towards you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What size is your TV?
I think it's 65.
What's yours, Anthony?
65, baby.
I think we only have like a 50.
It's a 65-inch curve.
My eyes.
I was hella nervous hanging mine because mine's a little higher. Like
tired of
mine's
fucking
kind
squinting.
of on the higher end. Like the TV's almost touching the ceiling. I put like fucking 8 screws in that bitch because I was like, I'm
So you did it yourself?
Yeah, I did it myself. And then it's center block.
You know, I want to mount a TV on the patio outside since it's winter already.
Yeah.
We have a fire pit, and I just think it's cool. Like if I ever get in trouble, I could just go outside and watch TV. And
Can you
nobody bugs me.
waterproof your TV?
No.
No, but they
have
sell
those
boxes.
covers.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
cover box. But I want to do it because I got that patio,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
but it just gets so dusty on that.
Yeah, that's
part.
what
The
I was saying.
Northeast, it's so
Because
windy
you
all
live by
time.
the fucking mountain / desert,
yeah,
and
it
you
gets all
guys get
dusty all the time.
that high winds over there. That's why I'm saying, like, how do you protect your TV?
Well, it's like a box. They have them at like Buffalo Wild Wings and all, like the outside. It's like a box, and you close it. Oh, what happened, Ben? Are we recording?
Yeah, damn it, Ben. We just had a good 25-minute conversation.
Oh, the Cowboys are winning.
It wasn't going.
What isn't the board?
Like, it's red for record and the green, but the number wasn't rising.
So, this was all for naught?
I mean, this is recording.
I don't know what's going on. That's
Yeah.
beyond my pay.
Is it moving now?
Yeah, it's moving now.
Huh.
It was stuck on 3 seconds for.
All right.
That's what happened last time.
We
I
just
think.
keep going? Yeah,
I mean, it's on the other one, so
Yeah, we just keep going. You're
Yeah.
going to have to extract it like last time.
yeah.
Oh, the Cowboys already scored.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
dude.
Game Center brought to you by Pizza Hut. I thought the Cowboys were the late game.
I thought so too. I guess
Now-
No,
now
they're
we-
the early
Let's
game.
end the
Now
show.
for sure. Now for sure, Pat's not going to come.
I know, right?
That's what I was saying. We record at 9. You guys are
Yeah.
fucking home for the game.
Well, we were here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything.
God damn it, Pat. Anyways, so
All right, I start CD Lamb.
Nice.
that's a pick by Coach Grijalva.
No,
Yeah.
that was my
Nope.
pick.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn. Okay, don't follow him then. But I was going to tell you, Peter, you came in today and you were talking about whiskey, and apparently they're already
Is
coming
this like
out
a dad
with
shit
their,
episode or what?
Yeah.
I think
They're already
that's what the name of it should be. Dad shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fucking-
they're coming out with the holiday packs already.
Yeah. So you're saying if you are a man of whiskey or any kind of liquor, now's the time to go to the liquor stores.
Yeah. So the way I did it, because I got to sneak out of the house apparently. Yvonne's like, "Hey, go to Walmart and go buy this." Well,
She's like, "Hey, go to Walmart, buy some spinach," and then Peter's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"I'm
that's
gonna go get some
basically-
whiskey."
I did. And then I told her it was a great buy. Like, you know, I got a little bit extra.
What you
for,
go to?
Western Beverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WB Liquors.
Yeah, WB. That's what it's called, right? Western
Yeah.
Beverages.
Double.
So it's right there by Walmart. You know, and I said I was holiday shopping. It's like when she says she's going somewhere,
Yeah.
She's going to Walmart, but she stops at Kohl's.
Right.
It's the same
Yeah, yeah.
concept. And she's like, well, I'm looking for gifts. So was I.
Yeah.
Gift for
For me.
Yeah. What did I bring you guys last year? I brought you guys little bottles, like
yeah, yeah.
little.
Fun fact,
I
I
think
never
they're
drank.
still-
Yeah,
I
I
was gonna
never
say,
drank them.
Well, that's your choice.
No, yeah.
We live in America. We have choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm not saying I'm not going to drink it. I just haven't. yet.
They're just there. Anthony
No,
still has them.
I mean,
They're fermenting.
yeah, exactly.
He's gonna open it.
Speaking of which, we need to drink that beer Mario brought us.
We do.
Is it still good?
It's
Does
Yeah,
it
he says it's good, right?
Does
Yeah.
it go bad?
No,
I
he
don't
says,
think so.
but once you open it
Yeah.
and you drink it.
Oh, it's been in the fridge since.
It should be good. We'll see if we drink it.
We start hallucinating and everything.
But
Ben, do you drink a lot of beer? No.
Ben, do you drink at all? Is there a reason? Religious reason?
He's like,
If you guys can't see Ben, he's just
He's
nodding
just
his
shaking
head.
his head.
my
No.
dad and my grandpa were alcoholics. I stay away. Look, he's laughing.
He's laughing now.
There's some truth behind it.
Yeah.
Silent Ben.
He's just trying to break the cycle, guys.
Yeah.
Just leave him alone.
We have the same.
My
grandpa.
brother's the same way. My brother's never drank.
Really?
Yeah. These damn
You guys can be sober buddies.
Mm. I feel like they're like Pringles.
these damn Gen Zs or
Once you
what
pop,
are they? Gen
the fun
X?
don't stop.
Gen Zs?
The fun don't stop. I mean, you know, you can't shut it off.
I'm
You can't shut it
responsible.
off. Yeah, but
Always drink responsible.
I do.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't drink liquor. Can't drink tequila. Like I found out last week, we were talking about, I mean, we took a week off, obviously, but we were talking, you guys were messaging like, hey, are we going to do a show? I didn't even bother answering you guys because last week was the Canelo fight. And I drank like a shit ton of White Claws. And these guys were drinking tequila. I hate tequila. I can't. But of course, you're at a party. You got to join them. You know, it's a Mexican
Yeah, yeah.
party. You got to drink that tequila. And dude, it's disgusting. Like even thinking about it just gives me goosebumps. Like my hair rises, you know? Like, are there any drinks that you guys cannot drink for whatever reason? Maybe like a bad experience from it?
Tequila's mine. I now every time I taste it, I think of that time I fucking yacked my brains out.
I think what I don't like as far as liquor is like Rumplements, and I can't do those
No?
anymore. I mean, I could do anything, but
I
it's
can't do
just like,
cinnamons.
What
either.
are the Rumplements? Is that the one that tastes like licorice kind of?
Yeah,
yeah, something
Yeah,
like
okay.
that.
Ugh.
It's not a. They always have them for cheap too,
like Jaeger? You like
or Jaeger. Not anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll drink it if somebody buys it, but
Chris is crazy.
I'll never. Yeah, Chris.
Chris drinks Jaeger like that, just Jaeger.
That's too much. I can't do the licorice.
Yeah.
It's just sweeter. Like I like I like whiskeys.
I'm a
I just
whiskey.
like to
I
sip
jack.
on it and
See, I don't like any
taking
of that.
shots of whiskey. Not so much. I mean, wild turkey whenever you're having a real bad day. You're like, "Ugh." But I like to sip on whiskey, but beer's my go-to. I love beer.
If I'm doing liquor, it's got to be like Jack and Coke is probably the one that I would go to, or vodka and soda,
I gotta get.
and that's it. Like anything else is just like, and it's even very light on those, you know.
Do you feel like Gen Z people are drinking less?
They're drinking those. Yeah, I would.
Do you feel
say
like
that.
people are less partying? Like,
Well, see, this was a discussion that people were talking about as far as mocktails or like very, I say fruity drinks,
Yeah.
just in the sense very
Seltzers,
sweet.
all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff
seltzers.
now.
I am not a fan.
I'm not either, but
I mean, I'll drink them every now and then,
Yeah.
but like to do it long term.
Well, see, what I was telling
I
you
like
guys.
beer. I like
Yeah,
beer's supposed to not be good.
yeah.
Like
yeah, you're
like
not
in the
supposed to drink it all
sense,
the
it's
time.
supposed to be bitter
Yeah,
to an extent, and it's supposed to be relaxing. It's not because I feel like those seltzers, dude. I could drink maybe 20 in like
Well, okay.
10 minutes
yeah.
because I'm just like,
So
They're
next
too
thing
good.
I know, I'm
Yeah.
like,
last
doing
week,
something stupid.
so last week we went to a party. Yadi and I, we went to because Canelo was fighting, and Yadi's like, "Hey, let's go to the corner store and just buy like some kind of beer." And I was like, "Well, I don't know these people. What do I get them?" So I was thinking like, last time I went out with like a younger crowd, they were drinking the seltzers, like either the Corona seltzers, the White Claws, or the fucking whatever kind of seltzer, right? The Topo Chicho or Chico.
Yeah, yeah.
or-
Topo Chico.
Yeah, those. But I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just buy White Claws, a 12-pack. I get there. No, everyone's drinking fucking Modelo and fucking Dos Equis.
That's
and I was
good.
like,
I'm glad to see.
and I
this.
was like, well, and I was like, ah, damn it. Like,
Some people with hair.
I
in
could
their
have
chest.
drank regular beer.
yeah.
So I'm like, no one's going to fucking touch the seltzers. So I was like, well, I got to drink them, right? I don't want to just leave them here. Dude, they're strong. I mean, they're 5%
Yeah.
alcohol. I drank maybe 10 of them. Oh, my God. I was fucking drunk. Along with the tequila, it was horrible, dude.
Ugh.
It was.
Well, I was just
like-
thinking, we're talking about like the virtual world and stuff, and I'm wondering, like, you think, because in the virtual world, you won't be able to do that, right? You can't get drunk in a virtual way, right?
So you think it's the safe way?
Well, no, just like, do you think the generation's going to that because they're not
What?
drinking?
Well, we're talking about
going to
how
like a digital world.
how like people go into these digital worlds,
Yeah,
especially like Anthony has the whole virtual thing, and that's crazy. But
yeah.
But
That's fun.
you go in and like I always say, that's stupid and blah blah blah. But that one time that we hooked up here, and I was doing that John Wick thing
Yeah.
where I was like getting shot at and shooting
Right.
people and all.
super hot.
Yeah, I was like, 5 minutes, and I was like, holy gosh, like you
Yeah.
get sucked in, and it's fun. I mean, so I could see people getting sucked into that. But as far as like I guess if that's your social thing now, it's gonna be so weird. I don't know.
I
Because you
think-
think about it now, like, right? I think a lot of the generation is about identity. Like, I think like that's a big topic for a lot of people. Whether it's gender identity or whatever. In that kind of digital world, you can change it like that.
Yeah.
Well,
You could
that's
be
why.
whatever
you
So
wanna
we're gonna
be.
have more psychological problems because
It's like-
people are gonna have trouble finding their true identity.
Yeah. I identify myself as a T-Rex. And
But
then that's going to
you
be
can
their
see-
like
you can see how
avatar
the
and
real
shit.
world is
They're like,
is starting to go into that, right?
What?
How people they want to be able to be who they want to be, right? And just in the real world, like in the digital world, I think that's going to influence the digital world because it's so much easier to do that in a digital world,
You
right?
think to be the person that you are?
Yeah, like I mean, dude, there's so
I,
many
I
people.
think
be
it's.
the person you are?
I think it's
No.
opposite.
yeah, you
Yeah.
could be in the virtual world. You could be 6 foot.
Yeah, but that's
Blue
not
eyes.
who you
That's not
are.
who you
that's
are.
who you view
but that's
yourself.
who everybody else sees you as.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm saying
Nobody knows who you really look
People
like.
are gonna have like identity issues
Yeah.
because you can't live there. So eventually, when you get out,
Well, no, that's what they're trying to do with Facebook. There's going to be like a current, like crypto.
Yeah.
Supposedly you could go into the virtual world.
But
and
that's what
buy-
I'm saying. It's going to be like that movie.
yeah, but eventually
Surrogates.
you're gonna come out and you're gonna be your real self. Like, let's be honest. I'm not my face is not a $1 million
Model.
face.
Yeah.
But if I go into a digital world, I could make myself look like this handsome person, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get out, and then people are giving me different looks.
Yeah.
I get attention in this digital world, but in real life, I don't.
Yeah.
So you're not using your strengths. My strength is I'm very social. I'm a likable person. Physically is different.
Yeah.
Yet people aren't going to play to their strengths. They're just going to go back to their little box.
Yeah, but
World.
if you never leave your house, nobody would know what you look like. Because now you can Grubhub, you can order
Yeah,
groceries,
yeah, yeah.
you can.
And that's
you
what
don't
I'm
ever
saying.
have to.
You
leave
don't
your
have
house.
an identity.
Nobody
Yeah.
would know what.
Yeah, but you don't have an identity. Like you'll have this fantasy
Yeah.
identity in this world, but in real world, not even your own family will know your identity because you're locked away.
Yeah.
And
it's
that-
just
there's
crazy,
going to be
though,
so
'cause
many identity issues. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
would
telling you.
Would you ever upload yourself into like a virtual?
I would just
But,
to
like, yourself?
experience, but not to stay in. Like
Yeah.
Abel and I were talking about this, how PS4 and
Like-
Xbox One, we have them now. And when we're little, we'd be like, "Oh man, I wanted all this," but I just feel like I've outgrown it, and I sound like this old grumpy guy, like technology, but I don't have time for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure you're pretty much the same way. I mean, you probably use it a way to decompress because I
Yeah.
know your schedule's
Oh yeah.
like hectic.
Well, I'll tell you this. So like, I bought a gaming PC, and you know me, man. I don't have any fucking time. I work all the time.
Yeah.
So I bought one, and I used it for, man, I got addicted for like 3 weeks. Like any little bit of free time I had, I was playing that. But it's cool because my brother Andrew has one, Mikey has one, my cousin Jay has one, Alex has one. So that would be like the only time we'd all, hey, let's all get on at
Communicate.
this time.
Yeah, yeah,
and we
yeah.
would just kind of talk and play or whatever.
Yeah,
and just fuck around.
I'm not saying there's pros and cons to anything. As far as that identity issue, because you know them and they know you.
Yeah.
And that's your group. and you knew each other prior to this.
Yeah.
Some people strictly have a relationship
Only online.
Yeah.
only on this
Yeah.
digital platform. So, if that's all your friendship or your relationship's based on, I mean, I just don't see how you could benefit unless you meet up. But that goes into a whole different thing with like what's appropriate and not, and who's who, and this,
Yeah.
and I mean,
And see, like that.
it's so. I mean, there's a lot of gray area because we grew up pre-technology. I mean, we're not like dinosaurs.
We've had
but
we've had the best of both worlds, I think, because we grew up without technology, and then once we got to a certain age, it was like technology was introduced, and then we're like, holy shit, this is fucking cool.
Well, let
Yeah.
me ask you
But then we
something.
still, what are our greatest memories? When we reminisce about the days
Yeah,
without
before,
technology.
So let me ask you, I'm sure you've let your son play in some of these games and all. I know I have.
Mhm.
But when do you really let him have his own, like, where you're not monitoring his time on there?
Shit, I don't know. It gets scary.
And
scarier
he's
as
young.
the
He's
years-
super
yeah.
young.
Yeah.
And same with mine. Like, mine are a little bit older, obviously, but like, how much time do you let them be on these platforms?
Yeah.
It's just so different being a parent and letting them. I mean, this whole different
Yeah, fuck
society. I know we let them play on weekends and all, but on the weekdays we try to like, hey, you're not playing. Go play baseball. We put them in sports
Yeah.
or other stuff. Like you
Yeah.
have your son in.
Yeah. Yeah.
his-
Something
that's real.
structural. Yeah. Yeah.
that's not
real.
just digital.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's so weird.
I just think like it's gonna get to a point where like you could just pop on some goggles and go see Niagara Falls. Like you'd feel like you're
But
there.
it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he'll feel, but like, damn, dude.
You know what I mean? It just makes it so much easier that I think people would be like, why am I gonna go if I can just do that?
Yeah, it's not the same feeling though.
I mean,
No, because I think we're in that generation where we would rather go, but I think I'm starting to notice that the newer generation, they don't care. Like, you'll see all these younger kids that are watching other kids play video games, and it's like, what the fuck? Instead of watching them play, why don't you play the game?
hey, well, it's
Yeah.
it's easy to say. Look, we're all on digital platforms already, like social
Right.
media platforms, and there's times where, I'll say like my wife's on there and she's looking at damn J-Lo and so and this, and she's
Kylie.
just scrolling. And I catch myself doing the same thing,
Yeah.
like looking at this and this and this and that. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? This is, it's just, I don't know. It's easier said than done. Like I always say, oh man, I don't care what's going on.
Yeah.
But then I'll catch myself 20, 30 minutes later and I'm like, oh man, I've been scrolling for a while.
Right.
And
Sucks you in,
so-
man.
What do you think your screen time is?
I don't think it's that much. Actually, it's way less now than it was prior.
Like during the weekday, I think my screen time is probably like 2 hours, if that, because I'll use it to watch like Netflix or whatever.
2 hours for the whole week?
No, 2 hours a day
Oh yeah, that's
during the weekday. I'm saying.
Yeah.
But then on the weekends, I do find myself like on my phone a lot more, obviously, because I'm not at work. Because when I'm at work,
Well-
it's out of my hands completely.
I play a
you know?
lot of like games, like just very simple games. They really do. They help me go to sleep. So like I'll lay there and I'll play for like 10 minutes and I get super heavy eyed and I
Yeah.
fall asleep. But if like as far as social media, I really don't do that much social media as much anymore. And when I do, it's like I post a picture of the kids or
Yeah.
of my wife and I, but it's not as much as I used to be. I used to be like hardcore putting just
Random
stuff
shit. Yeah.
and following random stuff. Now, I think about a year ago, I cleaned out a lot of stuff because I was just seeing the same nonsense.
Yeah.
So I did clean out a lot, but I don't know.
It's just like now with Photoshop and filters and all this kind of stuff, like even on Facebook and Instagram, people aren't even who they are.
Yeah,
But I'm
Well,
not
see,
looking for
so
anything either because I'm
Yeah.
also
So that's
I'm
what
married now. and
That's
I
what I
have
was gonna
kids.
tell you. So going into the virtual world and everything, I guess this meta, that's what they're trying to achieve. Like as it is right now, we don't even know who we're dealing with, and they're real people, right?
Mm-hmm.
yes, you get photos. Yes, you get videos through these social media outlets. But there's a lot of filters applied. So when you actually meet a person,
They don't look anything like
they
what
don't
posted.
look anything like them.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about like virtual world where they're going to
Even be more.
they're going to
changed.
choose a different avatar, you know? They're going to be the hottest thing. Everyone's going to look like fucking J-Lo or
Well, iPhone
fucking
did that, right? You have your little your little
yeah, iPhone
avatar.
did it. But for the most part, people still kind of make an avatar that kind of looks like them, like Snapchat
right,
too.
not something that doesn't look anything like that.
Now,
why not-
So now it's going to be like I'm saying, like some people are going to want to be a fucking T-Rex. Others are going to be a fucking, you know,
An owl.
a fucking Vin Diesel or whatever, or a fucking a Lechuza, you know, like who knows what people are going to choose as their avatars in this fucking world. So you don't even know what you're going to be dealing with. And that's frightening.
That's
I
what I'm
feel
saying.
like there's this pivotal point where somebody somewhere, some superintendent or school district's gonna think it's a bright idea because of resources and how much money they invest in actual facilities.
Yep.
So, like, potentially somebody could come down and say, hey, well, instead of having a building, we vacate our buildings. We make it a digital classroom. People show up. We still take attendance, all that crap. And this is how we're going to do school now. Like,
Yeah,
this is down the line. This is, like I said, it's a pivotal point. We could stick with the traditional going to school this, or we could go this way. Like, there's always a fork in the road. If we go down one way, obviously there's pros and cons like anything. But I guarantee somewhere down the line, someone who's penny pinching or whatever, it's going to say, oh man, it's cheaper not to have facilities.
Yeah.
And we'll only have we'll have facilities only for extracurricular activities. And even then we could stream those games.
Yep.
And actual education will just be virtually. And like literally virtually, like you log on with a headset and you're in a classroom and you're learning and you're doing everything that you would do in a classroom. You're just not in a classroom.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, you avoid fights, you avoid school shootings, you avoid building costs, you avoid
Diseases.
No, but you
have
but-
one teacher for 800 students.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about discipline problems. All you,
don't
do
have
is
the space
disconnect
of the
them
room.
or whatever. I mean, this is just an idea down the line. I'm not
I
saying
see it.
tomorrow or
No,
like
I
2
see it.
years.
No, yeah.
But I'm saying like 10 years from now, it could be
yeah.
a true thing.
I mean, we were so close to that. With,
But now,
Look at how we look
but
at
the way they like the way they are prepping teachers nowadays is still out of date to what a teacher does now in the classroom, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah.
So now you're gonna have to go back to the like how you prepare a teacher like in the university level, like while they're getting their bachelor's and
yeah, but you
everything.
could have one, let's say Elon Musk as a teacher teaching hundreds of thousands of kids at one time.
Yeah, Elon Musk isn't gonna.
I'm just saying.
No, like
I'm just saying,
I get
like,
what he's saying.
Like,
Is-
like
Yeah.
Peter said, you're not restricted by the amount of kids in a classroom. You can have one teacher that's teaching
literally,
all of El Paso.
literally
But I
one
think-
institution could be made up by like 10 people.
Yeah.
I think we saw a lot of struggles during the pandemic, like trying to teach a class through Zoom, through virtual. Like, it was very hard.
Yeah, but
You
it's
know-
not like it's like, oh, it's hard. We're not going to do it anymore. It's going to improve. They'll find ways.
Yeah,
of
but
making it
but that's
better.
what I'm saying. You need to find teachers that are willing to. And at this moment, there's still not enough. As it is, they don't even have
Well,
teachers
see,
enough
that's-
teachers inside the classroom.
No, but this is why it didn't work during the pandemic. First of all, that was a band-aid to a big problem. Like it was it was a plan B, a very half-assed plan
Yeah.
B for districts
Yeah,
because
but-
we didn't know it was going to go
But
on.
what I'm saying is, when has education really come up with a well thought out plan?
Okay, yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
So it'll never happen.
But on
You know
all
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying, yeah. But what I'm saying is, in the future, there's going to be someone that proposes this same idea I just proposed.
I think I don't.
And I think
it'll be
they're
an
gonna
idea.
put
That
it
will
in
be the
motion.
future. That will be.
They're
the
going to
future.
put it in motion because of those factors that I just named. It'd be cheaper. Let's be honest. Money runs everything, right?
Will it be cheaper though?
Yeah. How would it not?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, all the resources.
I would believe it would be cheaper,
Yeah.
especially
It'd be cheaper
Because-
for the
especially
districts,
right now.
not for the parents.
Especially the fact that
I don't know if it'll be cheaper, though.
internet use is becoming more of a utility, And I'm saying this is like 10, 15 years down
Yeah.
the road where there's going to be something in government.
I don't know
that
if it will
comes
be
up.
cheaper though, because I think they were gonna need to supply the kids, like for example, public schools. They're gonna need to find a way to give all those children internet.
Yeah.
And not
well,
like
you're not listening
they
to
need
me.
to have
I was
faster
covering
internet.
that.
They're already
What I'm
doing that,
saying
though.
is
they don't have that. Right?
They're doing that right now though.
no,
It's free
somewhere
internet
down
for,
the somewhere
for
down the
schools.
line, internet
You
is
don't even have
not
to pay
going to
for it.
be it's not going to be
They're not
something
doing it
that
right
you
now.
want.
They're attempting
It's
to
gonna
try
be
to
a
do it, but
utility.
they don't have it right
yeah,
now.
internet's going to be a utility like water,
Yeah.
like electricity.
necessity.
It's going to be a utility.
But that's what I'm saying. So right now, like
I'm not saying right now.
No,
I'm
no.
saying like 15
I mean,
years.
it's not that it's not that much harder. Like
No, hold on.
like McDonald's
but
has free Wi-Fi.
The school,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but no kids are gonna go to McDonald's to go to school.
but how much harder is it to have that in every home?
Hold on. So what I'm saying
Everybody
is,
has a cable box. It's the same thing.
not everyone has a cable box. What I'm
Like 2%, 3% maybe.
But
yeah,
when-
but you still gotta. You
so
still
what are
gotta.
you saying?
They're not going to
Hold
wait for
on.
the 2%.
I'm saying why it wouldn't be cheaper. I'm saying they're gonna have to come up with a way to make sure every single child has an opportunity to use this, right? Because everyone's entitled to education, right? So that's something that's going to come out of taxpayers. Like we need to, school districts are going to say, we need to find a way to give every single person the proper resources. Yes?
It's going to be cheaper than affording the building, the lights, the water, the property tax for the building.
It could be a lot of factors. All I'm
All that
saying
money that
is
they're going to save from that is
you're looking at it with the resources that are given now. I'm saying down the line that internet
Yeah.
accessibility may turn into a utility rather than a luxury. Right now, it's a luxury. People pay for their internet use. Down the line, like back then, people paid for water. People paid for electricity in the sense that it was a luxury opposed to a necessity, to a utility. Somewhere down the line, this is in the future, somebody's going to say, someone in government or some kind of position like that's going to say, hey, you know, everybody should have internet use. It shouldn't be a luxury anymore. It should be a utility. I could see the water company buying out damn internet and start putting towers for everyone. The way the water company puts sewage and piping for everyone to have, they're going to do the same thing.
It's not that hard because
It's
it's
a
wireless.
utility.
It's
That-
not even.
this
it's
is in
even
the future, not
easier
right now's
than doing water
mindset.
sewer.
But what I'm saying is like
And then
with
that's
utilities,
done.
you got to pay for it, right?
Yes.
So the people that can pay for the internet, how do you give them internet?
It's a utility. Then they gotta find a suitable household. If you live in a household, not everybody
no.
has water.
Do you understand what I'm saying
Yes,
though? Like
then that becomes a child protective thing. If they don't have a utility, if you live in a place that doesn't have water
So,
or electricity,
okay,
you're
but-
not there.
So what I'm saying is, how much how do those people that can't afford internet because it's a utility, how do they now pay for it to go to school?
Dude, they do it like the same way they do for food. Like people
What
that
do you
can't
mean,
afford
how do they
food. the
pay?
people
Exactly,
that can't-
and that's taxes,
But that's
right?
not everybody. You're talking about the.
That's a lot of people. A lot of people are living.
There's
So
a
then
lot-
it would
there's a
be
lot
like
more
a
that aren't.
welfare.
There's
The
a lot
way
more that
food.
aren't.
Yeah, so
and
it's
electricity.
even more money now going
Yeah,
in.
but
There's
that's
more
through
people
the
that
state.
aren't in
It's
that
like a
spectrum.
utility.
A lot of people are in that spectrum.
But there's more that aren't. Correct.
I don't
There's
know,
more
man.
people that aren't underprivileged than there are.
Yeah, but they're provided by the state.
You're talking about the minority. We're talking about the majority here.
The same argument that you're saying that people have, that they do it for people for water and electricity, they would just do it for internet now. That's what I'm
The
saying.
NFL's doing like free. They're doing like this thing now where they're actually paying for the schools.
And anyways, so we're going off topic. What I'm saying is,
it's gonna be a
it's-
digital world. I guarantee it.
It's based on a proposition that hasn't happened yet. Someone down the line may come up with it. What I'm saying is they'll come up and it's about reacting. Either we go this way, stay with traditional schools, or we go this way. But all I'm saying, I'm not giving you the whole logistics. I don't have the plan. What I'm saying is somewhere down the line, I guarantee somebody's going to propose this idea and try to implement a plan. And that's where we're in a pivotal point where we could go this way or we could go this way. It's kind of like those Black Mirror episodes where you see a society kind of like our own, except it's like extreme on one end because somewhere in this alternate universe, they went this way opposed to this way. And it's kind of scary because if a classroom is set up with digital stuff and all, then we're really living in the digital world. Like you're in it, like your school's there, your work. I mean, companies could run this. Companies could do, they still do now. They implement a lot of Zoom meetings.
FaceTime calls.
A lot of times now.
FaceTime calls?
And it's just more common because a lot of companies like to do Zoom. They used to have conference calls all the time. Zoom's taken off.
The companies
now
realize
imagine
how cheaper
your
it is.
company puts on a damn virtual reality thing and the other person does it. You only need one conference room with virtual, and then it'd be like the damn Jedi Council when they all
exactly
have that little visual thing.
That's what I mean. Like
I'm just saying
it's gonna
because
be
like
cheaper.
when I don't know about cheaper though, because like
how many
I know,
employees do you think the district has?
I know that like when again, like you said, it was a quick fix, right? What school districts went into with the pandemic, but now they were having to get new resources and pay for those new resources. There's a bunch of like
because they still
apps
have the old resources and having to
well hold on, so
get these
there's a
new ones.
lot of apps and programs that the school districts had to buy from Discovery, Nat Geo, different things like that. So that's more money that they have to pour into.
Yeah, but they get
you
it
know
at a huge discount because it's a corporate, like a.
it's a big buy.
They're
What do
gonna
you
get it way cheaper than anybody.
You don't think they paid for textbooks?
and then
yes,
you
they
also
did.
no, I know, but what I'm saying
Everything's
is
going to be more expensive,
but then
progressive.
now you're also going to have to talk about like we think it's going to be cheaper, but then whatever they cut out, they're going to find ways
Of
that they're going to
course.
have to bring in. So I don't think it's going to be cheaper.
I
is
just
what I'm
think
saying.
I just think the labor.
I think they're
force
going to
alone
have
is
to.
gonna
But
be
I'm not
cheaper.
even
I
talking
think they're
about
going to have
cheaper.
to
I'm
hire
just-
more people, not only teachers. They're going to have to hire like now
why would they need more
cybersecurity people. No, hold on. So I think they're going to have to hire like cybersecurity, this and that, blah, 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 blah.
But-
they're going to have to
But they already.
get like more space to like provide these have these servers and this
obviously,
and that.
but-
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be cheaper like what you guys are saying. I think it's going to
But
be
my initial
just
comment-
just as expensive, if not more.
don't
My
think so.
initial comment wasn't that it was cheaper. My initial comment was that it's going to be more accessible, that it's going to be an idea. Why are you going to stick with an idea of going to a building, having custodians, when you could go into a virtual
Or
classroom
stay home, yeah.
and
You just
have
stay home and do it.
have
But
You
you're
don't
gonna
have
have
to
to
building.
You'll get
I get
you'll
what
have
you're-
to get like maintenance people to work on
Obviously.
IT people and
I'm
shit
just
like that.
saying
They have
it's
so
a
now
way-
the district already
Yeah,
hires
you
those
have
people.
one IT person per whatever. Now you're gonna have
one
10 IT people.
and 100
per-
less teachers.
Yeah, and last I checked, like IT people get paid a fuck ton of money. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna become cheaper.
It's already become
But
cheaper
I'm not
for
even
corporate
talking about cheaper. I'm
corporations.
just saying that it's an opportunity. That's all I'm saying.
No. I think someone mentioned that. I don't know if it was
I
Anthony
said
or
that
you.
it could,
that it was
it
gonna
I
is.
be
said
cheaper.
that it
It
could
is.
be cheaper in the sense that you don't have building. I don't run finance. I
Yeah.
don't know what.
No,
everything
I know.
costs. I'm just giving this. The whole point.
you could have one
was
teacher for the whole state of
idea of a
Texas.
virtual
I
classroom.
don't think you can have one teacher for the whole state of
Why
Texas
not?
because you're making teaching sound like it's the easiest fucking thing in the world.
just
It's
saying-
hard to keep fucking kids engaged.
But
if
that's
you
not
and
your
if you
responsibility, though. That's what my
If-
point is. It's going to get
But
to a point
we're-
like you need to get on this train.
But we're
or
looking
you're
at
getting left
education the way
station.
we see education today. Imagine education in 15 years. Maybe education isn't a requirement down the future. Like really. It might not be. We could regress in the sense that education's for everyone.
And where are
Nah.
kids gonna stay when they're going to school?
What do you
That's going to be the big problem.
That's
mean?
what I'm
I'm
saying.
not saying there's not problems, Abel.
no,
there's
I-
problems with the
but-
school
no,
system.
but
too.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
the district's going to be like, that's your
Like-
problem. That's not ours. Here's what it's going to cost you to enroll your
becomes
child. How you get him there? How do you get him to school?
That's why I'm saying
that's all
it's
you-
scary.
Yeah. No.
The future is
That's
scary
why
if
I
somebody
think
proposes that idea.
Because you said it was 10 years. I think it's probably like 50 years from now.
Really?
fuck.
I think it's a
10
lot.
years was a long time
I
ago.
think it's a lot
We've
further than
doubled
what we think.
we've done in 10 years.
There's always gonna have to be a spot.
Look at this show right here. It's
a lot
all
of
virtual.
the kids. Also, a lot of kids get their only meals through school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. They need to find a way to transport meals to kids that are at home
But
or
April,
whatever.
they're gonna tailor to the majority.
They're
and
never-
let the minority catch up. That's
But-
what's always happened.
But that's what
They
I'm
don't
saying.
wait for the people that are underprivileged. They steamroll ahead.
All right, I'll give you an example. There's all these not necessarily private schools, but they're they're not public schools that are popping up, and I mean they're like
Charter
popping up,
schools.
like charter
People
schools.
are willing to pay to
and
go take their kid there.
People are willing to stray away from what the norm was, what was offered by the state, and start going with what they
It'll start off
what
like
they
that,
want.
Peter.
So what
It'll
I'm
be
thinking
charter
is-
schools that are virtual.
Yes,
and then you
so
pay
that
for
makes
them.
more sense. Like there's still going to be the traditional, like going to building. This is my opinion. I mean, it's all opinion based.
Yeah.
I don't have fucking graphs and stats and
Yeah.
all this crap. But I'm just saying, somewhere down the line, somebody's going to propose having an all virtual school,
I mean, where does
which
it,
would
'cause,
make
like,
sense if,
It's
in
like
my
driving.
opinion, if us 5 could be the staff, and we could enroll
Hundreds of thousands.
100. We'll just say 100 people. We'll say 100 people. This will be our staff, principal, everything. You're the admin and the teacher. It could be possible with a virtual classroom to maintain it. I'm just saying it could be possible.
I mean, you look at YouTube and all the views that all these videos get. I mean,
And not
that's reaching
necessarily
out to all
with our
millions of
knowledge.
people.
I'm just saying
That's
5
not
people.
educating.
Well, you say that.
I've learned tons of things from YouTube. That's
Yeah.
not education.
You-
But it's off your own
It's 'cause
ambitions to
you're-
learn. That's what
the
I'm
thing,
saying.
But that's
dude.
any- like,
you
there's
can't- you
people in
can't
the
drag a
classroom-
horse-
And how do schools continue to get money through funding? How do they get through funding, and like how is that funding based on test scores and attendance? If kids aren't doing good
So what would
in
be easier
school,
for the district? They would relinquish themselves from that because they'd say,
I think there's too many things that are involved that we're so far away from that. It's not 10 years from now. I'm telling you, it's like
10 years, we're going to have an episode talking about
no.
virtual schools.
I mean,
I mean, who knows, really? But I'm just giving my opinion.
Ben, we've already heard us 3. Ben, what do you think about this, man? Like, obviously, you're the young one in the room. Like, how close are we to this?
I mean, when you have people that are just shutting down the idea, that's not allowing the hypothetical to actually come to fruition. So if you don't try anything, then you'll never really know. Because you're shutting down the argument.
I'm not shutting it down. I'm saying we're
just like
kind
how
of far
Mondo
away.
was shutting down like your whole sports stuff. I can't remember the exact argument, but you're shutting it down in a way like shit's just not there yet, you know. But the way the virtual classroom works, can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The way the virtual classroom would work is it's way more interactive for the kids than you standing up there saying, all right, we're going to learn about this and that, blah, blah, blah. The kids actually get to move around and stuff, you know? It's way more interactive than a Zoom class. Like, I had Zoom classes for my final 2 semesters in college, and I wanted to blow my brains out every second of it. It was so boring.
Yeah,
There's nothing to do.
Do you
But
think
But
do you think it's possible?
Who's gonna be the mediator? Who's gonna be like the referee in the room? Who's gonna dictate like what goes on?
Well, that's the
inside
beauty.
classroom?
You mute
You
them.
send them out.
Blank
And
their
if they
screen.
don't go that day, then the
like
same
you
way
control who's talking.
the same way
so-
they have truant officers and all that. Somebody's not logging in, and if you're making a state requirement that kids have to log in,
I just
then
look,
it comes down on the
Abel,
parents.
This is my argument for Abel.
Because teachers were already having trouble with kids,
Oh yeah, yeah.
But this is
you
this
know,
is my
not
argument.
signing into Zoom meetings and stuff like that, right? So
Well, they don't get a grade. I mean, what?
yeah,
You're
What
gonna
if
go to
it-
their
again,
house?
but
what
if,
if it's a
again,
hardcore
knock on
society?
they're not
You do not get your meal.
Again, if they are
Yeah, I
not
mean-
performing well, they get bad grades. If they get bad
Are we
grades, they're not
devolving
fun.
or what? Like we gotta pick up the ball and keep
I-
moving.
I'm
Now we
just
can't-
saying there's-
we can't stand and
They
wait for
will
the
come
people
up
behind
with
us to get
some
up.
kind of incentive or repercussion
Here's my
for
thing.
not logging in. Like there'd be incentive for logging in or repercussions of not logging in.
Here's the thing.
Or
I
it,
think
it
it's
falls
an-
on the parents.
I think it's an interesting idea. I think it's just
how many
the
think it's
logistics of
very-
it.
many-
Like,
I
how
think
do you
it's
do it?
very
How many of us-
hard and like so far fetched.
How many of
at
us went
this
to
moment.
school to go to school, or did you go to school to socialize?
I went to school because I had to. Let's be honest.
Right, right.
Up until
You would go to socialize.
Up until I went to
you go
college.
talk to
College,
people.
I went on
you
my
didn't
own.
go to school
Yeah.
to learn. Like nobody did. None of the kids were like, "I'm so excited to learn
and
today."
so-
Like no,
so that's
you went to
going
hang
back-
out with your friends to
See,
check
but
out some
that,
chicks.
that's what I'm going.
Like-
that's
but
my
see,
whole.
All that's a distraction
That's
from
my
actual
whole
education.
The whole reason I brought all this up was because if it ever did go this digital way,
Yeah.
people's social skills would be so messed up, and
I agree with
identity
that,
skills
for
would be
sure.
so messed up. I'm not for it, Abel.
Yeah.
I am not for it whatsoever.
and
What I'm
see,
saying
like-
is I'm proposing an idea that may happen because somewhere down the line, somebody may try to actually implement this.
I mean,
plan.
when is school just a
Well,
daycare?
but what
rather than an
I'm again,
education?
I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm a conservative now. But I would go for like, hey, man, kids need social skill. Believe me, I'm gonna be that 90-year-old guy when this is a reality. I'm gonna be against it. I'm gonna be like, oh, my grandkids need to have some social skills. All they do is put on that VR shit, and I don't even see them for years. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
like I'm not arguing for it or against it. I'm just saying
I think
somewhere
it's
down the
gonna
line,
happen.
this idea may happen, and we're gonna lose identity. People are gonna lose their identity and their social abilities.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I mean, I already sound like that old man, grumpy
Yeah.
man, and we went down this whole road of logistics and all, but this whole conversation started just with an idea, not even logistic. And look how worked up we got. And down the line, like any issue that ever happens in America, there's always people for, people against. How are we going to do this? What's it going to cost? Just the bond issues that happen here locally. People are arguing oh man, well, this money is going to raise taxes. Like you said, people don't want to pay extra taxes. Yet it could benefit
Because I think
students, but we don't want to do it because we're all worried about money.
I think your idea, again, there's a small, like 1%, probably less, that are thinking of like this virtual school of how it would work and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I think we're so far away from that right now. Like, I think there's a lot of people that still have an older mindset that are the ones going to the polls and voting on those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, how many times do bonds come up? Like, do you know? I think Gano Theo just had an election the other day, right?
Yeah.
It was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. How many people knew about that? Who are the ones
I think
that?
a few, but
Who are the ones that voted on it? Not the young, interesting people that have these kinds of ideas. They're the old traditionalists.
and
You
the
understand
people
what
who own houses
the ones
and
that
don't want to raise their taxes.
the
and
ones
all
that make
stuff.
decisions, and that's what I mean by it's so far away.
Yeah, I'm
They'll
going to be
follow the
that
money,
person
man.
voting against
They'll
it.
follow the
It-
money.
it-
They
it's-
see there's money made in it. That's what the way
that's
it's gonna
anything.
go.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's all
like,
about the money.
You're thinking about it like with
I see profits from that.
a mindset
That's more
of a
people
young
they can enroll.
person, meta fucking virtual world.
Each
People that actually vote on these kinds of things are not going to the polls to vote on this stuff. They're not the ones that are electing school board members, superintendents, anything like that. That's why I say it's another 50 years down the road. Once all these people have moved out,
if the district just says like, hey, wait, we can cut all of this expense and we can still raise all the profits, they're gonna do it. They don't care if they understand it or
I'll
not.
tell you who would vote if we were in a district and I'm the owner of an IT company and my employees are there. I'm going to urge my employees who live in that district to go vote to implement this virtual classroom because guess what? Our job's going to double and we're going to get raises.
It's like we can enroll twice the amount of kids and
it becomes
pay less.
You don't care about the kids. You
expenses?
care
No.
about what
money.
it's going to bring to you.
And then, like, especially
Anyways,
school
that-
shooting, man. Like,
Anyways,
school
but
shootings are
so
scary.
so
'cause that's
since we're
not-
in the
nobody can
digital
control
world, I wanted to talk about cryptocurrencies because I bought crypto, and so far it's doing well.
what I was gonna ask this question: how is crypto more expensive? Like a lot, like very expensive, like and uses a lot of energy.
the way you mine it, you have to use all these servers and stuff.
Crazy, right?
It is. It's
People
see?
make money
And-
just mining it.
And 10 years ago, we didn't know nothing about cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why. That's why
So
they're
maybe
saying,
10 years from now, we'll know
Well, they're saying
nothing of traditional classroom. It would be all digital.
they're saying
But it's
like
all-
you'd
but
use
like
actual
cryp-
money
so
in
cryp-
the real world and cryptocurrency in the
Whoa,
digital
So
world.
the thing is,
so
cryptocurrency is still backed
cryptocurrency
by
is
the
like
dollar.
it's like digital, right?
It's not even.
It's like virtual digital.
So like money is actually backed by gold, right? That they have
Yeah.
in the federal. Crypto is not. Crypto's not backed on anything. It's just basically based
Well-
on the amount of people that are investing in it.
that are investing in it,
Yeah.
but what are they investing? Traditional currency.
Yeah, I
So,
guess. Yeah,
What? This is like the dumbed down version. I was telling
I'm
Ben
not an
how
expert,
I
so-
learned. I'm not an expert by all means, but I
Don't
bought
shoot me in the
some.
comments.
But this is the way I look at it. okay, you buy Chuck E. Cheese tokens, right?
Yeah.
And you buy Peter Piper tokens.
Yeah.
They both play games. They're both to play games, right? They all go into certain games. But at Chuck E. Cheese, your token could go with 4 games of Mortal Kombat, we'll say.
I would say.
And at Peter Piper, those tokens, you need 4 of them
Yeah.
to go into Mortal Kombat.
I would say.
So which one has more value? The Chuck E. Cheese,
The Chuck E.
right?
Cheese
Because
one, yeah.
one of them gets you the same thing of 4. Now the difference is the platforms you're at. So Chuck E. Cheese would be a platform. Peter Piper would be a platform. Now, what if Peter Piper starts saying, okay, we'll take Chuck E. Cheese tokens, and that one Chuck E. Cheese token will let you play Mortal Kombat. Well, our tokens, you still need 4. Well, Chuck E. Cheese still has
Yeah.
a higher. Is that a good?
No,
is that a good way of explaining it, Ben? Kind of.
I kind of think of it as like a football card, right? So like, let's say an Emmitt Smith card, you bought it for $5, right? And Emmitt Smith's playing or whatever, he dies. So now that value of that card just shot through the roof because now there's not many of them and everybody wants them. And so everybody starts bidding on that card. Well, now that card's not worth $5 anymore. That card's worth $25. And so with cryptocurrency, you're basically saying, hey, I'll let you own a piece of it for this amount of money. And then that person's like, well, I'll sell my piece of it for this amount of money. And so like it's basically breaking up that one pie that's now worth a lot more into smaller little pieces.
Yeah.
That makes like it's more based on like
The value of things
Yes,
opposed to
right.
an actual physical.
yeah, because you can have one thing that was worth this much and then it just gets
Well, I'll tell you
popularity, and now it's
something.
worth a lot more.
When I was in high school, I had this one teacher. It was like my computer teacher, and this is like one of the very few things I learned in school overall because it was all blur. It was a smoky haze, but there was this guy, and he goes, "What is money?" Like that was our assignment. Like, what is money? And people are like dollars, quarters, this, that. He's like, it's numbers. Computer numbers. That's all it is. Your bank account comes up. That's what it is. That's how much money you have. You don't actually have that physical money, right? It's all numbers. And he's like, I always thought that was kind of weird because we're just based on numbers. Like it isn't a physical.
It's a value what we set it to.
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
like an actual.
So it's
value.
kind of the same idea. You're just there's multiple currencies.
Because like correct me if I'm wrong. Like a lot of the cryptocurrencies, you're like buying a percentage of a penny, right?
Well,
A lot
some
the
of them
times.
I try to. I don't know.
It's like not
Bitcoin.
even.
Bitcoin. I don't have
It's not a
one
cent.
thing of Bitcoin
Yeah,
because it's like $63,000
it's like $100
for like one Bitcoin.
Yeah,
So I own this much. I don't know who owns the other half of the Bitcoin, but I own like this little piece of it.
I guess the best thing about crypto is it's not traceable, right? It's encrypted. I guess if that makes any sense.
I guess.
It's a little more
What do you mean?
security than crypto, right? Crypto. Ben's over there laughing at me.
Wait, what? I don't get that.
It's like not so like that's what a lot of people use like on the black market and kind of stuff because it's untraceable. It's basically a digital currency. So it can't be traced. Does that make any sense? Like when you send your money to somebody, it gets scrambled and sent a million different places and then goes to the final
I'm
location.
hoping for that glitch where one day I look at my crypto and I have $8 billion.
Right.
Like it glitched somewhere. I'll be like, oh, I'll go
Neg-
cash it out right there.
It's like when you use your
You'll
bank-
never hear from me again.
Negative $2 million.
It's like when you use your debit card, like they have the number on your card that you use to pay for that. With crypto, there is no traceable number. Does that make sense? Right, Ben? Or do you know more about it, Ben, than I do?
No, I have to put my credit card.
Well, yeah, but once
does-
it gets sent from crypto, it's scrambled and
Oh, I don't know. Hey, you're speaking gibberish.
Yeah,
I know.
that sounds weird.
maybe I'm not an expert. so
I don't know. I
I'm
got
just
into it and I
trust in Elon. That's all I know.
I know very little of it, but I wanted to jump on board because
I trust Elon Musk, but I hate that damn Bill Gates.
I'm just
Yeah,
hoping
right.
in 10 years it all goes like through the roof and I'll buy my own digital school.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be teaching my own classes. I don't know, man. Anyways, Cowboys, they're winning right now.
We are
Cowboys.
winning
Fucking Cowboys.
14-3. Second quarter, 10
I don't know. I
minutes,
think
23
this
seconds.
coffee got everyone all hyped up.
We
about
went
the
down
future.
fucking digital school.
Yeah,
I'm for it, man. Like I really want it to.
I am not even.
I don't know.
It opens the door
It's
for
scary.
so much
Like,
other
what's
stuff.
what 10 years from now? What's gonna be going on? I mean, shit, we probably be on Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
See, it's one of those things once you experience, you
'cause
kinda like,
I might get hit by a bus leaving here, and I won't have to worry about what happens in 10 years.
again, I think there's still a very small percentage of people that are thinking technology wise, like.
dude,
Like
you're dumb if you're not, because
No,
everybody has a
but
phone, and that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna
no,
carry
I
a phone
agree.
with me.
No,
They're gonna
but
check
I'm
me.
saying like, okay, like right now, like your kids are in sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
They move to a digital world. You think your kids are gonna want to fucking play sports?
Yeah, they'll play Madden
online.
Madden
Fucking,
player.
they're gonna be like, nah. I want to be the fucking quarterback of fucking Theo or fucking Andrus or Chapin or whatever.
I'll tell you this.
That would be crazy
I'll tell you this,
if
Abel.
your school sports was like a Madden game.
I
Like today's big game.
there might
Franklin
be,
Coronado.
there might be like an esports, but you're always
Let me
gonna
ask you
have
this.
those real jocks that
Yeah.
want to go out and still be the
me ask you
meatheads
this.
of the school.
Well, if you're,
And I think there's a
if you're
lot
a
more.
nerd,
I think there's a lot more of those people than the people that are like that are
What's the dangerous thing about sports? You can get hurt.
again.
Yeah.
Would you want to put your kid in that danger,
No,
or would you rather
but-
play in a video
but what
world
I'm
where
saying-
he'll never get hurt
No.
and still make millions of dollars?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, there's a lot more people.
For me, I would rather my kid be playing on a digital world, not getting concussion or hurt or broken arm or
But
God
y-
forbid something else happen.
But
and
yeah.
he's still getting paid.
No,
These
I know.
esports, they have tournaments where they have a whole team.
No,
of-
I'm not. I'm
these
not
guys
arguing.
are making money.
No,
like,
no, but I'm not arguing that. I'm saying, I think
Like,
there's.
I think more people
I
would rather
think
not
there's-
have their kids get hurt.
I
than-
think there's still a lot more people that rather compete physically than, because when you're in the virtual world, you're not competing physically.
no, but you're still
So,
competing. There's still that
I'm
competition.
not saying you're not. People, you could join the chess club. You're competing,
Yeah.
but you're not competing physically. You're
Well,
competing
just because
mentally.
you're not competing physically doesn't mean it's not popular.
I'm saying there's more people that rather compete physically than
Because there's no other
mentally.
option.
I don't know. I mean,
Like there might come a time when
There
they
will come a time.
no.
You heard it here first. I'm predicting the future.
I don't know.
Give me 8 years.
I think the future's scary. I'm gonna be that old man that lives in my house and
I-
drinks my whiskey.
I'm saying at this moment there's
not right now.
a
but
lot more kids that rather
Yeah.
fucking compete physically and even play physically than play online.
I don't think
Well,
I don't think you're into the like video games as much, so
No.
you're not as like.
Because I do work
but-
with kids
Well,
at
yeah,
a very
but-
young
but,
age.
Dude,
Well,
when you
just
see how
look-
competitive grown ass men get on a Call of Duty game when they lose, like, dude, it's ridiculous. Like,
No,
you would think that they just
I'm-
got like.
so, well, let,
like-
let me change the idea here.
'Cause, like,
okay, hundreds of
there's
years
like
ago,
40-year-old men.
there
so
wasn't
angry.
really sports. The people who competed in sports
Hmm.
were, I mean, I'm not talking Olympic style. I'm talking like Roman time. The people that that competed in sports were like criminals, and it was for the entertainment of people. Those people didn't want to be in there. They just wanted to see people doing this stuff, and that was their sports. It's not like there's a damn football team or soccer team or anything like that. It was just, so down the line, who knows how things, I mean,
Yeah.
it flips, you know? Like
So, like,
Esports is
sometimes.
so popular.
So
now.
we do this thing like, so in early childhood where I'm at, we do this thing that kids are able to play these video games with their iPad and stuff like that. And they enjoy it. They love it. They go ape shit for it.
Okay.
They really do. Kids know how to work the iPad, work a phone. They're very savvy. But you know what's a lot more fun to those kids?
Playing recess.
Outside time.
Yeah, because they don't have to hear you.
Outside time.
They're outside away from
outside-
the building.
Outside time is the best.
They'd rather be home. I guarantee you.
No, they like being with their friends. Like, that's the thing. Like, again, there's a small percentage that rather not go outside.
But
But the
Abel, you
major-
can't tell me you would rather stay home when you were a kid. You couldn't tell me like you were excited to go to school every day.
I think
I loved going to school because I knew, dude, a lot of people, like you're saying, no, dude, come on.
I don't know how many times I went to school with you and you're like, man,
like,
fuck this. I wanna
you
go home.
like
I will
staying,
tell you. I'll tell
you
you.
like staying at home.
I'll tell you one true thing.
But
There's something that I saw.
That's why people skip school.
There are people, and it kind of surprised me because there are kids that I've talked to that, like Abel said, they would love to go to school. Not only because their friends are there, but just because their home situation isn't ideal.
I agree, but there's a lot more that don't than do. I totally agree with what you're saying.
I mean, it depends in the community you're in.
Yeah, of course.
Because,
but I mean, I'm
like if you're in a more upscale place,
not saying that.
At their house, they have everything. They have their games. They have their dogs. They have a badass room. They don't have to share that badass room with anyone. Okay? So they have their own things. There's some people that have 10 siblings in the same room. No, they don't have their thing. Their time. Exceptions, so it's based on your community, in my opinion. Yeah. Like I said, everything's opinion based here. It's not factual. But I could see where I know many kids that would rather go to school because their home conditions aren't ideal to wanting to be there.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, again, you're speaking, yes, a lot of people love to be online, virtual. That's like the coolest thing in the world. But that's who you are as a person, right?
Yeah. Like, and I'm saying that's why you don't see that is because that's not the kind of person.
No, but it's also what I see from where I've worked from the kids coming up. You understand what I'm saying?
Just saying if you put yourself in your shoes, I think you didn't want to go to
but
school.
You're using your knowledge of the communities that you have been to. I'm sure there's other communities where it's vice versa, where it's like the number of people, because you're saying most people. Well, most people in those communities probably don't want to go.
Because I would skip school,
or they feel like they know everything, and it's a mentality thing.
But I still think.
Well, it's a thought. It's an opinion.
I still think the majority is still leaning a lot more toward, because even like during the pandemic, what was one of the gripes was we need to get the kids back in school, right?
Yeah,
and that was
driving their parents crazy.
No, but that was.
I think that was.
But it was also,
bro.
But it was
most parents think of it as a daycare.
But it was also coming from kids.
You deal with them.
You know, it was also coming from kids that didn't get that opportunity to. You know, they didn't have their senior year in school or whatever it was. There was a lot of kids that liked it being at home, but there was a lot more that didn't like it.
And it's what opinion. Population you're talking about. Because if I was a senior and I was a good senior, like I went to school, I busted my butt, I had A's the whole time from like elementary to then. And my last year of school, after busting my butt my whole life, it gets taken away because I'm not going to have a prom. I'm not going to have those things that a lot of seniors look forward to. Yeah. You're not going to have because this pandemic. Of course you want to go back. You invested so much time of your life being the best at school where that's your spotlight, and you're not even going to get to enjoy that spotlight. I mean, let's be honest. So it depends on the population you're talking about. There's some that they could care less, that never excelled in school. They were like the worst kids, and they could care less. They didn't care. They would have rather been at home.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have probably rather been doing something else.
Yeah.
But
a smaller percentage, though,
it depends on community and population. Like, it does.
No, I get that. But I'm saying it's a smaller percentage that would rather be at home. Because there's a lot of kids that are at home because they're the so-called losers or the geeks or whatever. But if they could, they would rather be out at a party or some kind of social in public. You know what I'm saying?
Most people would rather be at a party than...
Exactly. Physically rather than virtually. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, that was kind of vague because we were talking about school sports and now you're saying a party.
No, I'm saying everything in general.
Yeah. In general, I think most people want to go out.
I'm saying everything in general is still leaning in the side of more a physical world than this virtual world.
In general, most people don't have access to an online community.
And that's why I was saying we're still far away from that world.
It depends on population and community. Like, honestly, some of those people that have access to online communities or virtual reality, they stay there and they enjoy it. And though they may have liked sports in the past or being physical and doing all this is their new thing because they've been introduced and they have the resources for it. Some people don't have that, so they make the best of what they have. Hey, well, I have to go to a park, and I like going to the park. Of course, everybody likes what they do because that's all they know. If they knew something different, then things would change.
I'm saying, this new virtual world, it is gonna gain steam. It is gonna pick up just the same way.
What do you define as virtual? Because I mean,
just the
technically
same-
Facebook is a
No,
virtual.
that's what I was saying.
We're
Just
already
like
in that
just
time.
the same way we take our phones everywhere.
I know.
Something-
My FanDuel right now.
Something's gonna, but I don't think we're gonna completely just be fucking.
I think like anything,
I think-
takes. We might not, and we like I said, that fork in the road. If it builds steam and everybody's feeding off it and everything,
It's about the money.
we'll
baby.
go this way. If we're a very bandwagon society, we go along with things.
It's a popularity. Once you start realizing, like, your popular kids, like, you go to school, fuck that shit. I go at home and oh well, fuck, I want to be like them.
Yeah, I would agree on that. I mean, just look at.
Like, what a loser. That guy actually goes to school.
I don't know. It's
Put your
weird.
goggles on, you fucking idiot.
I need a beer. I need some whiskey and watch the Cowboys. I really think the future is going to be crazy, and I'm going to be like that grumpy.
I just
old
hope.
man,
I just
like,
hope I
for
can
real.
live forever. I
Oh,
can
there's
just
old
upload
man
my
Peter
brain.
in his house. He's in his rocking chair watching the. He's watching the real football. He's not even watching that digital football. He's not watching the Madden playoffs. He's watching Tom Brady's still playing.
Damn.
Old Peter in his whiskey.
Fucking Matrix, man. That'd be sick.
I think
Matrix world, baby. You just like, I want to learn karate. Oh, I learned karate.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Like, I need to fly a jet. I learned how to fly a jet. Whack.
Hmm.
You
That's gonna be
you wouldn't
crazy,
need
man.
teachers, man.
I'm telling you.
I would like to see
Just
the
plug your brain in. Do an upload.
what was that movie called? Fucking what's your malfunction, Rico? What's the Starship Troopers? The fucking
I'm telling you,
the
dude.
fucking no the football game that they would play.
Oh, yeah,
Remember?
With the cyber.
I always wanted to play that. That would be cool.
Man, just doing flips. It was a small field. It was like indoor football, but
Yeah. That
what-
would be fucking cool.
Like, shit, they might have NFL league with robots. And it's like fucking those fucking Boston Dynamic.
well,
fucking,
what was that movie
running
where the
around.
robots box?
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
Iron
thinking
Real
about that.
Steel or some
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
That was stupid. But like down the line, it might be the biggest thing.
But see your first reaction. That was stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that grumpy asshole man.
That was
like,
stupid. like-
you kids nowadays don't know nothing.
You look it up on Rotten Tomatoes, like
we used to
they
pump
got a score
oil.
of 5 or
Yeah,
whatever.
it was less than that.
We used
No, but that's what I was saying. Like, we think it's gonna be cool, but it's really not. And then that's where we're like,
Hey. Back in my day, we pumped oil out of the ground, and those schools were the best. Odessa Suburban used to
good old Friday night
good old Friday night lights. Now we have Tuesday afternoon
Tuesday afternoon.
Madden tournaments.
Oh, dude.
You don't even know who John Madden is. Dude, the other day, Noah comes up to me and he goes, Peter. And I was like, what? He goes, John Madden signed this. It was the John Madden game.
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, well, he's the game's named after him. It has his signature in the backyard, in the back of the thing.
Mhm.
And I'm like, he was a real person, right? Like,
He wasn't some nerd that invented the game.
no, he was like, I sometimes think like they just think it's called Madden, like
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like EA Sports, but
EA Sports.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
that is crazy to think of a NFL football game like not named Madden.
Right?
You know? I
What
remember
would they call it? What would be your name?
Well, I remember 989 Sports. Remember that? PlayStation.
Well, I remember
Holy
All Star
shit.
Baseball, and now it's the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But All Star Baseball, I was telling no, it was the same thing. It was badass.
All-Star Baseball was cool. And then 2K.
See,
came
and that
around,
changed in less than 10 years.
And
Abel.
then,
Yeah, right? You see?
no, 2K had it. 2K was
Now they
around
got
for a
Creed.
while.
2K was in 2K.
2K?
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, 2K was just a thought. Now it's the
NCAA
right thing.
Game Breaker. Ah, we used
Yeah.
to.
Game Breaker
Abel
was
and
cool.
Abel and I would go down on that game like that was
Yeah.
just
Fucking our options.
we had a
We
rule.
just flick the ball.
We had a rule that
But you guys
only.
remember how competitive you got?
Oh, dude.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's addictive, bro.
Yeah, but I still like
Yeah.
after it's because me after a while, I get tired of like it gets boring to me.
Yeah.
Football
but then
never
the
gets
next game
boring to
comes
me.
out.
Like real football, like being out there or any.
Look, I'll tell you this: like on the new games, like Call of Duty and shit, like you can actually buy, like you use your own physical money to buy different outfits or buy different stickers or.
Oh
different-
yeah, I've seen that.
and people fucking spend the money.
yeah.
like it's crazy.
I think
And they're not
it's-
cheap either. Like $20 for a fucking camo thing.
I'm
and
telling
people
you,
are buying it. It's like,
I'm a
what the
conservative now.
I think
Like, where are these kids getting this
I'm
money
traditionalist.
from,
I'm a goddamn boomer. No,
okay, boomer.
I don't
I-
understand these kids nowadays. They don't
I
want to go
think-
get fresh air.
I
There's only pollution everywhere.
Yeah, right.
I think
There's only
it's
the
a good.
coronavirus out
I
there.
remember emphysema.
I think it's a good outlet. I think it's
But it's
fun.
slowly becoming more and more and more popular, and it's only a matter of time
But I
before it
think-
becomes everything. It hasn't stopped.
I don't
yet.
know, man. It's scary. I don't know where we'll be, but I just hope that.
Look at when we were kids, we never thought about virtual. There'd even be a virtual fucking thing that we could put
Dude,
on.
when
and-
I was kids, I saw the Jetsons, and I thought we were gonna have
That only
fucking
happened
flying
in, like,
cars.
10
We don't have
years.
flying cars.
well, they could. They just no money. in it.
Fucking Rosie, have Rosie clean
I
my
think
house. No,
No,
we
I
only
got-
got a
I got
Roomba.
Ned.
We got a Roomba, or what's it
I got
called?
Ned.
A
He
Roomba.
cleans
I
my
think
house.
Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about flying cars, and he was saying that it'll never become a possibility. Flying cars, just that it doesn't.
I wonder
work.
what he thinks
Bro,
about digital classrooms.
It doesn't work. Like in like because of physics and everything.
It's because he's
And then he said-
closed-minded.
And then he said that's why Elon Musk started doing like the underground shit,
Yeah.
because like Elon was already thinking about that stuff, and he knew that you weren't going to be able to do flying cars, so he was like, I'm just going to go under the
Underground?
ground, you know.
Oh man,
So maybe we think technology is going to be one thing, and it turns out
I'm
it's
telling
not
you,
going to be.
we're gonna
what
mark this episode.
It's not going to turn out to what we think it's.
We're
be.
gonna mark this episode, and 15 years from now, we're gonna listen to it, and we're gonna have a show again.
Okay.
And if we're all not cyborgs by then,
If we're not doing this virtually,
You know what I think? It's
I know, right? We're all gonna be doing this show with our virtual headsets from fucking
No,
across the
and
world.
we'll be in the studio.
no,
It'd
they're
be
just
like you're
gonna
sitting here.
fucking cut off our heads and do it like Futurama, like the presidents.
I always thought that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
but my thing was, how did they bring Abraham Lincoln back?
Futurama.
And like,
man.
they were already dead. And then they had
cloned him?
JFK, I believe, but didn't he have a hole in his head?
I thought they had Nixon.
Oh, they had Nixon.
Nixon
yeah.
was one of them,
Fuck
right?
that.
And was it LBJ that they had too?
They had all these people that were already dead. It's not like they died.
Yeah, true. I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
dude. That's why like
Huh.
they dug
They
them up,
cloned 'em.
regenerated,
They
but they only
cloned 'em, bro.
regenerated.
Dude, I
head.
remember one
They
time.
cloned him and then chopped their head off.
Yeah, right. That's weird. Is that I never understood that. I want to talk to Matt Groening. We should bring him on the show.
Mac-
Isn't Walt Dark
Macaroni.
What's his name? Matt Groening.
I thought Walt Disney was supposed to be like
Graining.
Groening?
I thought you
Oh, I
said
don't know.
macaroni.
I'm American. Oh,
Di-
the old silent.
He's an old white guy.
But isn't there an
American
O?
as they go.
Isn't it Groening?
Matt Graining, I think.
Grony.
But there's an O,
Yeah, I know.
so it's silent.
ground brownie.
He's groaning.
I was
I thought Walt Disney was gonna be like unthawed or something this year, like 2021.
Huh?
Didn't they say like because Walt Disney's like?
Oh,
Like
he's frozen?
freeze.
Yeah.
he's
With
frozen.
Ted Williams.
So is Ted Williams. Yeah.
I thought they were. Do you know about that, Ben? You heard about
Yeah,
that?
they supposedly it's not even confirmed, but Walt Disney's
They're
Back-
gonna,
head's
they're gonna defrost.
frozen.
He's back.
Yeah.
defrost his
like in
ass.
some underground.
He's
vault.
back. He's opening up a new
They were
theme
like
park.
the only body they had left was Mickey Mouse. So it's like, what?
Fucking Walt Disney, dude.
Imagine Ted Williams came back and then he got hired as like a hitting coach.
Yeah, right. He'd get unfrozen and be like, "Fuck that, freeze me again, bro. I'll come back in another 10 years."
He's like, what the hell is Zoom?
Yeah, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. Freeze me.
Hey, Ted Williams.
like, wait a
Ted
minute.
Williams would do good in Zoom though, because it's only a headshot.
He's
Talking
like,
heads.
wait a minute. Nobody plays real baseball anymore? Fuck this.
Fuck this. I'm out. Freeze me.
Nobody drinks and smokes in the dugout.
And what are all these Latin Americans
I know,
doing
right?
playing our sport?
Oh, imagine like. Would you ever get frozen?
No.
No, you want to die?
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
like eventually
No,
we're all gonna die.
I
Guys.
mean-
hate to break it to you guys.
I wanna be
I've always
frozen, man.
I've
Freeze my
always been
ass.
scared of death, but now that I get older and
No.
older.
Like, so you'll die, but they freeze your body, and then in the hopes that in the future they can like bring you back.
No.
You think people
Well, like-
accept
well,
death
that's
as
what
they
I was
get
gonna
older
tell you.
because it's
I've
harder to
always-
wake up?
That's
Like
what
I
I
know
was
now, I'm like, man,
Well, that's what I was
just
telling
wanna
you.
sleep.
Like, I've always been afraid of death, but now that I'm getting older and everything, I'm just like, dude,
we really sound like those
Hurry up
90-year-old
already.
men.
kill me off. I
hurry
mean,
up.
like,
Just do it
No,
quick.
no, no, move.
what? No, but once
Dude,
I'm
I
like,
go through
once I'm
those-
gone, I'm gone. And this was a good generation,
Is this-
whatever. You know, I don't wanna be
You're
like,
shit. Fucking woke up again. Goddamn.
like, what would the next generation be like? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, like that,
You're all
that shit
killing
goes through my
yourself.
mind all the time at work. Like, I'm like, if I take this off, this could fall and kill me and crush my head, and I'll probably be dead. I'm like,
Oh, I don't think
okay,
that much.
well, I'm like, well, I gotta do it, so
I did
at least
not-
I know what to expect.
I did not think that much.
No, that goes through my mind all the time. Like, I was pulling that machine out with them chains. I'm
I'm
like,
just there with
that
the chains on.
gonna snap.
Because I
I don't think which branch is gonna kill you. I'm like,
That
just
one.
chop them all.
I don't know. I go through that shit all the time.
I do not want to wake up in the future and be like in a world that I don't know.
I would
No.
be pissed if I put so much thought about if this is gonna kill me and then I die somehow. Like I just live life.
No, I live
Whatever
life
I
too, but
die
I'm just saying, like, it goes through my mind, like, well, that could kill me right now, but
So you want to live like to
You're
come
cautious.
back? You want to come back in the future?
yeah,
don't
I
know.
do.
why not?
I think it would be
It'd be fucking a trip, bro.
interesting to like, oh, that's what the future is. Okay.
What do
And
you
then-
think?
and
What do you
then-
think happens when you die?
I don't know.
Do you
Like I s-
believe in like God and all that?
Like, dude, I used to be.
I hope
I
so.
used to freak out. Like, I would stay up late at night, just
Damn.
constantly thinking
I
about
just
death,
think you die.
and
I think so.
and it would scare me. Like, I would be like, "Fuck,
Is it?
I'm never gonna exist again." You know, like
yeah,
it's over.
But why is that scary?
No. Again,
That should
that's
make
when
you
I was.
enjoy.
That was like that was my younger
young
thought.
lad.
Now, as I'm older, I'm like, I think it's meant to be that way. So, like in a weird way, like that's the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to, live forever.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah.
Because it is too crazy.
Do
It
you-
is too wild.
Because like if you believe in God and all, that's cool. That's everybody's belief. I just feel like it's so like, okay, you get there and then like Jesus comes down, like there's trumpets playing and then, like the president, like hail to the chief.
Oh,
And
witness
he comes down
saints.
and he
Oh,
sits.
witness saints, go
When the
on.
saints go march. Like, he sits down next to you. He's like, all right, in the case of number
Goddamn.
7, 3, 2, 1. And then they pop in like a DVD and then you're like,
Plays your life,
Yeah, it's
like,
like-
all your bad shit, your good.
but somehow
shit.
it's just like kind of fast, like, and then
You're like,
you're
damn,
like,
I
oh
was
man,
fucked
we
up, bro.
we could skip those years. Just
Yeah.
keep going. Let's go to the good years.
Yeah,
When I was giving to charities and
and it's
after
like
my
a point,
crypto
it's like
hit
a
$1
point
billion,
system.
I gave
It's like a point
200 million
system, Peter.
to the orphans and to digital schools all around the world.
It's like a point system. Your bad side and your good side. And you're like,
Oh,
the points are
imagine.
going up, and you're like,
Like,
oh, fuck. Come on, good side. Come
Can we
on,
do
good side. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Yeah.
Or what if it's like a game show, like for real? Like, okay, it's like Wheel of Fortune, and they put up like, okay, 50% of your life was good. They put green, like, because we're color coordinated people, and they put green like for good, and then red for bad, and then okay, this is your chance. This was your you gave.
It's like the Squid Games
Yeah,
when they're
it's-
picking like to go. To
Oh, I
leave.
don't know. I haven't seen that
Oh,
part.
man.
Anthony, shut up.
It's like the
And you're
second
like-
episode.
And you get one spin. So all your good deeds are put into this board.
Oh shit! And
all
if
your
it
bad
lands-
deeds are put in, and
Damn.
You know what would be funny?
that would be crazy.
I'm gonna do some good shit right
and
now.
it's televised, right?
Oh fuck! Everybody sees.
Like everybody in
You're-
heaven's like,
all the people.
we don't want to. Yeah, we want to.
No,
all your family
they're
is
like-
passed on. They're like, come on.
you know, what'd be crazy.
And
if-
it's like a fence, and there's like the bad and the good. Like they're
Eating
invited
popcorn.
just for that event. So like if you had family members that were bad, they were in this, or friends that were bad, they're in this side
They're
of the
like, come
fence.
to the
and
dark
they're-
side.
And they're
Peter.
like,
Come to the dark
so
side.
it's
Yeah.
like choosing teams. Like,
Oh shit!
oh man.
dude, I was thinking like you die and
what
then
if they make you?
Do you think
everyone-
right now
No,
is
no.
a bad thing? Like God's like, oh, he's mocking the system. This is a bad deed.
Yeah,
No,
that's,
no.
that's gonna be on the board, Peter.
No,
for
hey.
sure. What you just said.
No, what I was thinking is like, imagine you go to heaven or whatever, but they accidentally made a mistake. They made like,
Oh, your paperwork's
and
not right. or
no,
something.
and then instead of being in English, everything is like in Japanese. So you go and you're like, fuck, I'm in heaven, in Japanese
They
heaven.
put the wrong program.
Yeah, and it's like everyone's just like whatever, and then you're like, fuck, I don't know what you're saying, and they're like, you're silly. Like,
what if you got to heaven and they're like, oh, your real parents are here, and you're like, what? And they're like,
Your
you were
real
switched at birth.
Oh,
That would be fucked up, huh? Like all these factors play in. See, Anthony thinks about dying. Like what's gonna kill him? I think about what's gonna happen when I'm dead.
You're like, I already know what's gonna happen.
I don't know. The game show.
The game show. It went into overtime. I gotta do one good deed or I'm fucking going to hell.
Man. That's crazy. I think that's scarier. I would rather just be dead.
Yeah.
Like a game show scares me.
I kind of believe in like reincarnation, like though.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think I've been reincarnated a couple times.
Like if you were a dick, you get reincarnated.
Or you
as,
have
like,
a choice.
fucking cockroach.
What if
or
it's a
something.
choice? You get to choose whatever you want. Like
Like be born again?
You could go to heaven,
Or be born
or
again?
you could be born again. And
That's how
it's like-
people like remember like their past life.
But
They chose to like go back.
start you're gonna
over.
go as
Maybe they're like, you know what? You can either, or like if you were bad, like if you like did like you either go to hell or you start over and try it again.
what if you could be reincarnated but back in the olden days?
Oh, like back into your same self?
no,
Like
Oh, like a different time period.
yeah, a different time
Oh
period.
shit! No, because then it would change everything, right?
Well, no, you don't remember anything.
But they would still change the future. It'd have
No,
to be
no,
like you'd be
it's
born as a new baby.
it's a
now.
new universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
parallel
shit.
universes.
Oh.
Be reincarnated as Billy
Ben's
the
like,
Kid.
Dan, what did you guys eat today?
I know.
Like,
Yeah, what was in the donuts? bro?
Dude, Ben's like, fuck, what did I eat for breakfast? Because this is the weirdest conversation ever.
Guys were arguing about fucking retro shit. Now you're talking about death. Whoa.
Oh, have you ever heard of that show Upload, Ben?
Upload? No.
You guys never
What
heard
is
of
it?
it? It's on Prime. Basically, when you die, they upload you into a program,
Hell yeah.
and it's like heaven. So you get uploaded into this program.
I'm
Look it
down.
up, dude.
Oh shit.
And he was down. They're gonna call him
No,
down.
no, it was a fumble.
Yeah, but
Matt
they're gonna
Ryan-
call him down.
Matt Ryan.
Man, Ron.
Anyways, so they upload you into a heaven. And you get to choose where you are.
Oh, they counted it. Look at that, baby. 34 to 3.
Damn. All right. I
All
gotta go.
right.
It's halftime, guys. Oh, good talk.
TED Talk.
Fucking good
When
old
you
Cowboys.
die, you be incarnated as a fly. You start all over. You get eaten by a frog.
That,
You
that
get-
must suck being a fly. You're just like, man, it smells like shit all the time.
But you like shit.
Yeah, you're like,
Like if I like shit, there'd be plenty of shit all around.
Peter be getting it from the source. A butt fly.
Guy kicked it right into his face, man.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I think it's time.
Anyways, where are we at, Ben?
He's like, I stopped recording.
Yeah, like an hour 20.
Ben's like,
Hour 20, that's
I
good.
never started. Don't you guys remember 20 minutes in your
Dude,
conversation?
they got 2 fucking block
It was
punts.
only like 8 minutes.
Fucking.
All right, I'm done.
All
right.
I gotta go watch the game.
I don't know. I'm fucking sleepy. Dude.
Wore me out.
This
Got all
work.
angry, man.
Yeah.
In the future, we're gonna be the school board
We need to put a poll up, Abel.
Trustees.
Let's do that. Let's put a poll up.
for what?
Let's see what about the virtual world. Do you think it'll happen in the next 10 years where like we'll be only online?
Like surrogate.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen that movie?
Like nobody goes out. Like everybody stays at home and they just have like drones deliver groceries and shit.
I can see that.
But see, people went all fucking crazy during the pandemic, like being at
Because
home.
they're stupid.
Because they're stupid.
They're the type that go to the
No,
bar every
Anthony, you
fucking
weren't even
day.
home.
I
during the
know.
pandemic.
I know.
You were like the one out.
And I
the whole
wanted to be
time.
home. God damn it.
No,
You
but-
went crazy.
But that's what I'm
I just
saying.
wanna
People
stay
went
home.
crazy during the
I wanna be
pandemic.
with my
Like
family.
people,
I like my
once
family.
they got like the okay to go out, they were like, "Fuck
Yeah, those are the
yeah,"
people that were always out though.
which was the majority of people.
The idiots.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways,
The ones that
fucking.
spend their money.
All right,
At the
Anthony. Anything else you have to say?
bar.
You and your future world.
Yeah. Come join me in the future. It'll be sick.
It's gonna
I'll
be
be your
sick.
president.
I'll have no body, just head.
Yeah, just straight head.
Yikes. Peter, anything you want to say?
No, just want to watch the game.
No.
I just want to watch the game.
Dude, you
It's
said you were
set
leaving
enough
at halftime. It's not even halftime yet.
It's 30 seconds.
Yeah, 37 seconds is like 37 minutes.
I'm already in trouble
With who?
with Yvonne. She's gonna get mad at me.
Oh,
If only there was a surrogate Yvonne. A virtual Yvonne.
Maybe in the virtual Vaughn.
The virtual marriage.
There you go.
Anyways, yeah, guys.
I guess that was the show, right?
Yeah. So go ahead and
I guess
follow
that
us.
was one.
Go ahead and follow us on the virtual Facebook as well as virtual Twitter, virtual Instagram, virtual YouTube, TikTok,
And do some dad shit, man.
and do some dad shit. Maybe you
Yeah.
could be a boomer
Drink some
just like
beer.
Oh
us.
my god.
Get some New Balances.
Imagine drinking virtual beer. How that would be.
Ew.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Virtual sex.
Virtual sex. See, that's another thing. Like, how's the new age gonna chase tail, man?
You won't need to. You can have any tail you want. You just think of her and she's like Weird Science. You just put the shit you want together and bada bing. You can even program like personality. Don't be a bitch. Don't nag at me.
I don't know. Okay.
Well, you just turn her off when you're done.
Peter's rubbing his chin over there, like, oh, what's going on? Anyways, guys, I guess that was our episode. This was episode like 85, 86, some shit like that. Who's keeping count? I think I stopped after the 80th one.
And
I
shout out to Pat, man.
Virtual
Pat.
Dude, we're gonna need
He
to
said he was on his way.
fucking-
Connection with
yeah,
God or
I
something.
guess.
I don't know.
fucking. What would happen?
Software update.
Dude, it would be so funny if we finish the show and then Pat shows up and we just all leave. Even Anthony leaves. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm going to."
What if we're like the Jedi council for reals? Like we just
We need
Like
to get
a
a
hologram, bro.
Yeah, a hologram,
It's a
for
hologram.
fucking
There you
Pat. Yeah,
Yeah. We should just put Spider-Man. You should have brought the suit. We'll just stick
yeah.
him there.
Next time, let's just put a dummy there.
I'm working on it. We'll do that.
Oh my God. Anyways, guys, yeah, that was our episode. This was The Middle's Open.
Peace.